Welcome, everyone. I'm Rabbi Heather Miller, and it is my joy and honor and delight to officiate today for Ben and Garett. How are we feeling? Me too. I'd like to invite you to please silence your cell phones to preserve the sanctity of the service. And also, I'd like to invite you to participate as active witnesses in the ceremony. And to be active witnesses means that this isn't happening on TV, it's happening live right here. So that means that they're going to feel our energy and we're going to feel theirs. So anytime they say something that you agree with, I'd like to invite you to please give a hearty amen, because that means I agree. Can we try it? Yes. Good, second row. All right. And anytime they toast with wine, in the Jewish tradition, we like to say l'chaim, which means to life. Can we try it? You even got the ch. Good. All right. And at the conclusion of the ceremony, when both grooms break the glass, it's tradition to yell out Mazel Tov or congratulations, as Mazel Tov means congratulations. And one more thing, those of you in the ends of the rows, you have these little bags of lavender. When the grooms go through their recessional, so that means at the end of the ceremony when they leave, we'll shower them, lightly showering them, with some lavender if you feel comfortable. Those of you who played softball, none of that. Okay, great. Just a nice little shower. Beautiful. And with that, the ceremony will begin. Please rise. with their circling, the grooms are saying to one another in the words of the prophet Hosea, I will betroth you to me forever, and I will betroth you to me in righteousness and in justice and in loyal love and in mercy, and I will betroth you to me in faithfulness. You may be seated. Welcome, B'sha'at bracha v'hatzlacha sason v'simcha. This is the hour of blessing and good fortune, rejoicing and happiness. How fortunate are we who have come here so that Garett and Ben may join in marriage in the presence of loved ones. We're gathered here today because we know that your relationship deserves to be sanctified amidst family and friends and lifted up among the generations past. Today, we celebrate your marriage. In the Jewish tradition, we symbolize our joy by raising glasses of wine. We have Ben's grandmother Renee's Kiddush cup and Garett's bar mitzvah Kiddush cup. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. We express gratitude to the universe for the creation of the fruit of the vine, and we say amen, and l'chaim. Lovingly poured by Carl. We all drove here to this stunning natural setting today. This land on which we inhabit is physically situated in the original ancestral homelands of the Chumash people. We pay respect to them and all indigenous people, past, present, and future. They cared for and honored this holy ground upon which we gather today. Garett and Ben have already contributed tzedakah, obligatory charity, to the California Tribal Fund at the First Nations Development Institute to gratefully acknowledge the contribution. Please ask them about it after the ceremony. May there come a day soon when all indigenous peoples are recognized for their contributions, and may we make it so. Amen. We now take a moment to recognize this gorgeous chuppah. It's a symbol of the Jewish home, and our joy is heightened by the miracle of being at your chuppah. Ben and Garett, with these four sides wide open, may your home be a welcoming shelter for all, a haven of peace, a stronghold of love. We recognize also those who could not be here to stand with us under the chuppah, including Ben's Aunt Trustman and Uncle Jim, who send their love from Washington, D.C., and cousins Wendy and Jeff, who send their love from New Jersey, and his grandmother Barbara, who sends her love from Florida, as well as Garett's Aunt Denise, who also sends her love from Florida. We also remember those who came before us but have passed, but whose presence remain with us, particularly during these sacred moments. We recall especially Garett's grandparents, Buba Pola, Grandpa Louie, Grandpa George, and Grandma Arlene, and chosen Aunt Leslie. Ben and Garett's beloved friend, Breck Denny, as well as Ben's grandparents, Jack Seidel, Renee Rappaport, and best friend Adam North. All are very much present here with us today and forever in our hearts. The couple would like to invite up Marcy Forgang for the Shehechianu, sanctifying this moment in time.
This place is sacred. So too is this time. We acknowledge this very moment in our lives. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehigianu v'hiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. We express gratitude to the universe for giving us life, sustaining us, and bringing us to this very moment. Amen.
Now the blessing of betrothal, to betroth you before we marry you. Get ready to get engaged all over again. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'hiter lanu et hansuin v'hanshuot lanu al yadei chuppah v'kiddushin. We express gratitude for the sacred rite at the chuppah. Amen. Now we turn to the ketubah signing portion of the ceremony. Alone, this ketubah does not constitute a Jewish marriage, but it's part of a Jewish wedding. Kiddushin means sanctification, and the ketubah helps them sanctify one another in front of us and creates the material history of their relationship. This ketubah, which is here, will live on every wall of every home that they have and remind them always of this moment. I'd like to invite two signers to come and come on up to read the ketubah and sign it. So we're going to invite up Natalie Pizer and Rebecca Futterman, as well as we're going to invite up David and Natalie Goldberg, who will bless the ketubah. So Natalie's going to read the first paragraph, and then Rebecca will read the second one, so we know what we're signing.
Oh, God. On the 7th day of the week, the 4th day of the month of Sivan, in the year 5785, corresponding to the 31st day of May in the year 2025, here in Los Olivos, California, we witness that the groom Garett and the groom Benjamin entered into the covenant of marriage. Our hearts are as one and have been even before we met in this life. We now continue on in our journey, prioritizing trust, support, and sensitivity.
Promising to see the world through each other's eyes and help each other to illuminate new paths ahead, we vow to inspire, encourage, and cherish one another. We promise to graciously celebrate life and to tenaciously face its adversities. We vow to trust one another and to honestly communicate what's in our hearts, for as life partners, we seek to build a home full of love, laughter, abundance, charity, and peace. All this is valid and binding.
So now we're going to take a moment to sign the ketubah. Oh. They're going to sign it? As they're being handed the ketubah, they get a blessing from David and Natalie.
This ketubah, which you now receive, represents a heritage of family and marriage that began with our ancestors. We now entrust this heritage to you.
Enhance it with your commitment and devotion. Bestow it upon the generations to come. And let us all say, Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite up Everett for a reading.
I am honored to share today a poem adapted from Sarah Kay entitled Epitheliumon. Perhaps you've noticed the way someone yawning blooms a yawn in our own mouth, as though it were your idea and not a hand-me-down. The way an ocean wave is not invented out of nothing, but arrives always from somewhere else. Just as I was taught that matter cannot be created nor destroyed, just shifted from one state to the next, which is comforting on days you miss the dinosaurs, or you need to be reminded that many people had to fall in love with a face at least a little bit like yours in order for you to get here. Maybe God had a good idea one time, and the rest has been dominoes. A thunderclap begets a hiccup, begets an undertow, begets your certainty that a face was made for you to love it. But ask the coral reef, who knows we are not good ideas and definitely not new ones, more like galactic matter smushed into human form. And there is no shame in forgetting that our atoms once held together some other turtle when his cheek on your pillow makes your skin far too electric to be called anything but new. I once met a grandmother who was nearing the end of her time in the body that I knew her in. She started to lose herself, memory first, but language close behind. And when she met someone, instead of saying, "It is a pleasure to meet you," she would say, "It is a pleasure to love you." She understood that what feels unknown is an opportunity for remembering, in which case, in some future, when two red-shouldered hawks see each other for what they think is the very first time, they might suddenly recall that there was once a day when we traveled many miles, some of us whole lifetimes, so that we could meet you both, here in love. And what more evidence will they need to see that it is a sincere pleasure to love you again and again? I love you both.
And I'd like to invite up Alexandra, Ben's sister, for some words.
Hey, I'm going to read the lyrics to an Ani DeFranco song called Revolutionary Love. I will tend my anger. I will tend my grief. I will achieve safety. I will find relief. I'll show myself mercy. I'll show myself respect. I'll decide when I'm ready to forgive but not forget. I will ask you questions. I will try to understand. And if you give me your story, I will hold it in my hands. Yes, I will bring the love, the revolutionary love. I will bring the love, the revolutionary love, the revolutionary love. And even if you hurt me, I will not shut down. No, you can't make me hate you and carry that hate around. I will see no stranger, only parts of myself I don't yet know. I'll see right through evil to a wound too scared to show. I have the power to stay open. I have the power to be the one that I've been waiting for, the one who sets me free. Yes, I can bring the love, the revolutionary love. Yes, I will bring the love, the revolutionary love, the revolutionary love.
Ben and Garett, take a moment to look around. This is a moment to recognize this circle of family and friends who've gathered here today to witness your love. All right. Can you feel it? Can you feel that unmistakable warmth, the joy in the air, the quiet awe of this moment? And now look at each other. Really look. After 9 years of love and laughter, of delightful dinners and deep conversation, here you are, standing under this chuppah, ready to say yes again. This moment is not the beginning, but this deepening of something extraordinary. This weekend, the Jewish people read Parashat Bamidbar, the part of the Torah that reminded us that we began again in the wilderness, a space that's open, raw, and full of possibility. And that feels just right, doesn't it? Especially here in this space of raw wilderness, this space full of possibility. Because love, real love, revolutionary love, isn't about certainty. It's about presence. It's about navigating the wilderness together with steady footsteps and open hearts. Just ahead on the Jewish calendar, we have the holiday of Shavuot, marking the revolutionary moment of revelation. When Moses received the Torah at Sinai, sacred words spoken in thunder and sometimes in stillness. Ben and Garett, in your home, revelation doesn't always come in dramatic ways. Sometimes it's as quiet as the energy you feel when the other enters the room. As comforting as knowing the other is simply there in the next room, sharing sacred space and time and breath. You understand each other in a way that defies easy explanation. Yours is a language of looks and laughter, of hunter's tail wags and juniper's watchful eyes, a home where you're sounding boards and where you listen and really listen and take each other's thoughts to heart. You have built something steady, something thoughtful, something intentional, something love-filled, full of affection and mutual respect and quiet knowing. I have appreciated how you validate each other, not only with words, but also with presence and with deeds. The way that you check in with one another, the way that you trust each other's instincts, with how you honor each other's perspectives and make decisions as true partners that you are. Just as each soul stood at Sinai to receive revelation in a voice that they could understand, so too is it with your love. You understand each other in those deep, inexplicable ways. You each bring your full, whole selves, and yet somehow in each other's presence you feel even more known, even more alive. So today we honor your love with a blessing. May your days continue to be full of shared adventures and lazy mornings, of long walks and conversations that stretch into the night. May you delight in knowing that the other is near. May the love between you keep unfolding, revealing something even deeper with each new day. Mazel tov, Ben and Garett. Happy wedding day. Mazel tov. Amen. Amen. And now I ask you in the presence of your community, do you, Ben, take Garett to be your husband to love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do.
And do you, Garett, take Ben to be your husband to love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do.
And do all of you assembled here today, and if you do, please say I do. Do you promise to support this loving couple in their good times and hard times, always providing them with sound counsel, respect, and goodwill? All right, I think it's time to exchange the rings. May I have them, please? Ben and Garett, you will now exchange the rings. Garett, go first.
I'm reading my vows now? Okay. That's his. Oh. Ah.
There you go.
Okay. Tilt it up. Okay. Whew. Here we go. Ben, my partner, my love, my shotgun rider. We're finally here. Nearly a decade after passing glances on Fountain, now walking side by side into forever. While the blue in my hair has faded, and more silver strands grace yours, there's still a part of me that keeps falling in love with you, like I did over coffee on that beautiful day in May.
There was something so familiar about you, like this wasn't the first time our souls have collided on Earth or elsewhere. Maybe that's why I hesitated at first. You felt new, yet deeply known. You were safety disguised as risk. I'm forever grateful for your patience in those first few months, for the time it took me to realize I was returning home. And how do I keep falling? It's the little things. Your hand in mine on turbulent flights to make me feel safe, especially in coach. Where legroom is scarce, but your comfort is endless. Quiet evenings, curled up on the couch beside you, watching our favorite shows with the pups and all their hair. The way my heart warms getting random texts from you in the middle of the day with that 3-letter word that lets me know you're thinking of me. Or those 3 little words that means you're returning to me. And you listen, even when I ramble, or when I start a sentence out loud halfway through the one I only finished in my head. And then there are the big things. Watching you find joy and purpose in your baking and becoming a leader at the restaurant was and still is incredibly inspirational. You turned cookies into comfort during a time of chaos, and now you're nationally recognized for your brilliance. I am beyond proud. Your dedication to excellence is like watching a masterclass. And when you saw my discontent with work, your belief in me lit a new path when I doubted myself. And when I chose to begin again, you helped me envision a future filled with passion and purpose. May we always strive for greatness together. And even in the hardest times, your partnership never wavered. In the face of grief and the passing of close family and friends, we held each other's hands so we didn't have to walk through it alone. And because of you, I believe now in what I cannot see, but deeply feel. I know the ones we've lost are here with us as I speak these words. 9 years in, we've changed, we've stumbled, soared, evolved. It hasn't always been easy, but it's always been us. Your acceptance and love of all of me helps me accept and love all of me. And our bond, as radiant and unique as 2 alien superstars orbiting the same sun, is what makes me want to take on the world with you by my side. I love you to the moon and the stars and all the galaxies we've yet to explore. I can't wait to see what happens next.
As you place the ring on his finger, please repeat after me. Hooray Atah.
Hooray Atah.
Mekudesh Li.
Mekudesh Li.
Ani Lidodi.
Ani Lidodi.
Vedodi Li.
Vedodi Li.
Behold.
Behold, you are sanctified to me. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine.
Amen.
Amen.
Regretting going second. Garett, my love, when I think about the last 9 years together, I am overwhelmed with gratitude. I still remember the first time I saw you walking toward me on that May day. There was an immediate knowing. You were a shining, bright light of boundless joy. In a pair of hideous shorts I did eventually get you to throw out. I know you thought it was aggressive to friend request you after our first coffee, but I have no regrets. From the beginning, it didn't feel like our souls were meeting for the first time. It felt like they were coming back together, like we had already known and loved one another in a past life. Even though it took you 3 months to agree to be my boyfriend, I stayed unwavering. Something just felt different about you. But for insurance purposes, I did dangle Beyonce tickets. I thought, if we make it to the concert in August, this is my guy. Well, we have now been to 4 Beyonce concerts. 5, if you count the time she sang Happy Birthday to Me at Horses. Thank you, Michael Handler. So I was clearly right. For those who don't know, Garett was born on the day Lucille Ball passed away at Cedars-Sinai in LA. I bring this up because to know Garett is to have laughed with Garett, an unknowing comedian, confidently spewing incorrect idioms, cautioning, let's not hold our hens before they hatch, or proclaiming, she's not worth writing a letter home about, only realizing once the words have left his lips that something's slightly off, and then immediately looking at me as we burst into harmonious laughter. Spatially unaware, never clumsy, unapologetically overactive jaw, aggressively dancing and bouncing off the walls, never taking yourself too seriously, always looking for the levity in life. It's part of your charm, a boundless hunger for joy, constantly finding a good time. My Lucy. My happiest place is anywhere I get to hear that laugh. There is something magical about its effect on my body. The ease it brings me, like a warm blanket or the first sip of a perfectly dirty martini. Vodka for me and gin for you. I think maybe it's because it feels like the most authentic version of you. Limitless, bold, and unapologetic. I am so proud of the family we have become. You, Hunty, Junie, and me. So proud of the work we have done together, fighting for the relationship we want and deserve, holding each other accountable to our individual actions, teaching each other to love our respective selves, encouraging each other to embrace what we may have previously hidden from. I don't know what I did to get so lucky to find a partner that sees me better than I see myself. A partner that reminds me of who I am in the moments I may have forgotten. Thank you for being my constant anchor, my sturdiest sounding board, the calm to my storm. Thank you for holding me through my darkest moments, through the loss of best friends and grandparents. And thank you for cheering me on in my brightest spots, always celebrating, always reminding me to enjoy every minute. I am so excited for what the future holds, for the abundance, for the adventure, to become daddies together. A dream we share. And yes, it does concern me that you may never love our children as much as you love Juniper, but I know you will try. And for that, I am grateful. I love you, and I will spend the rest of my life loving you, choosing you, laughing with you, and dancing with you, especially if Beyonce is playing. Garett, you were most definitely worth writing a letter and sending it home about. Harayata, Mekudeshli, Ani Aladodi, Vedodili. Behold, you are sanctified to me. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine.
Amen. Sheva brachot means 7 blessings, and they express gratitude for the blessings of marriage. In the spirit of the traditional blessings, Ben and Garett have reimagined these blessings and have asked their friends and family to read them. So I'd love to invite up along this microphone Lily Fuller and Joe Sofranco, Julie Dietz, Stacy Olish and Evan Olish, Scott Goldberg, Emily Leviton and Jen Robinson, Lizzie Karp, Emily Iskoff Dagigian, and me. And to do this, I'm going to wrap you up in a talit. And of course, a glass of wine, symbol of our joy. They're wrapped in a talit because a talit has 4 corners with 8 larger knots. That totals 32. And in gematria, which is Hebrew numerology, 32 corresponds to the word lev, which means heart. So they are wrapped in each other's hearts as they hear these blessings from family and friends.
A loving home. May you be blessed with a home filled with warmth, safety, and acceptance.
A haven where kindness and understanding always flourish. Amen.
Humor and play. May you be blessed with laughter and play, the kind of silliness, sweetest and simplest pleasures. Amen.
Wisdom. May you be blessed with wisdom, clarity, and insight, guiding your choices, enriching your journey, and illuminating your path.
May you be blessed with the courage to challenge each other, allowing your wisdom to grow. Amen.
Health. May you be blessed with health of body, mind, and soul, and may that health lead to a lifetime full of adventure and vitality. Amen.
Art, beauty, and creativity. May you be blessed with endless inspiration, finding beauty and creativity within each other, your home, and the world around you.
Allowing that creativity to know no boundaries and break down walls and barriers around you. Amen.
Amen.
Community. May you be blessed with supported always by love, and friends surround you always and cherish you. Amen.
Love. May you be blessed with love, the kind that deepens over time, that you never have to question, that knows no limits and only grows. Amen. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
More amens are good. And may your life together be as sweet as this wine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. And we say, Amen and l'chaim. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. All right, in a moment, the ceremony will conclude with the breaking of these glasses. Yes, I'll say it. Ben and Garrett, let the breaking of these glasses remind us of the broken glass at Stonewall, and the broken glass and tears experienced by members of the queer community who have struggled for our rights. And let us remember that we learn in the book of Psalms that those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. Our community's collective struggle over decades has all led up to this moment of deep and abiding joy. Today, we celebrate. Before you do, I'd like to invite everyone to please rise. In the presence of these witnesses and in keeping with our tradition, you have spoken the words and performed the rites that unite your lives. Ben and Garett, by the power vested in me by the Jewish community and the state of California, I now pronounce you married.